Hello everyone, my name is Selçuk from Turkey. Today I'm here on behalf of İzmir Metropolitan Municipality. And since our last presentation in Belgium, actually we made a significant progress. And today we want to show you what we completed so far. So my presentation will have two different sections. In the first part, we will show you a short video to remember key highlights of the project, and then we will see the new updates and progress. And before we start, our mayor, Cemil Tugay, prepared a short video expressing his strong support to our project. So first, let's watch it together.
Dear members of the International Association of Horticultural Producers family, I am pleased to extend my warm greetings to you from Izmir, a city that reflects the Mediterranean's productive strength, its deep bond with nature, and a way of life shaped by thousands of years of shared heritage. A year later, we are feeling the excitement and pride of hosting a World Botanical Expo for the first time. With the approval of AIPH and a shared vision, we will bring Expo 2027 Izmir to life. This collaboration represents a powerful step that will connect Izmir with the world and help to shape the city's future. The theme of Expo 2027 Izmir is One Health. This theme reminds us that human health is inseparable from the health of nature. Our mission is clear: to empower society by protecting nature and to protect future by empowering society. This principle guides every decision we make in Izmir. For this reason, we have chosen İnciraltı as the expo site, an area that symbolizes the city's strong connection with the sea, nature, and everyday life. At this site, we will establish a system based on the principles of the circular economy, prioritizing reusable materials and transforming waste into a resource. With this approach, we aim to leave behind a lasting environmental legacy that will continue to benefit the city after Expo 2027. I would like to thank you for your continued support and guidance throughout this journey, and I warmly invite you to Expo 2027 Izmir, where we will work together to build a life in harmony with the nature and a healthier future for all.
Now we will watch a shorter version of the video to revisit all the key aspects of the project we completed. But before we start, I can say actually we completed all the master plan and submitted for getting approval from ministry. So today we will show you the details. But first, maybe we can remember.
Sometimes everything begins with a single gaze. As we roam freely through nature, the future whispers to us in its purest form. Hope. That first moment we turn our eyes toward tomorrow begins with a child reaching for the sun. Izmir, a city shining in the middle of the Mediterranean, where blue and green converge. This ancient city, which has borne the traces of different civilizations for 8,500 years, now invites you to a future that reconnects people with nature, with innovative approaches for a better tomorrow. This invitation is not only for global participants, it is a call to local producers, rooted values, and the shared wisdom of the land. Along the shores of Karşıyaka, upon the ancient stones of Ephesus, across the cool breezes of Mount Bozda, through the Gediz Delta, over the Kozak Plateau, in the villages of Seferihisar, across cotton and artichoke fields, among the olive trees, and in the very essence of everything that makes this city whole. Each land it touches tells a different story. Culture, production, and life. This light does not simply illuminate, it carries the past into the present and the present into the future. Now, it is Izmir's turn. As the host of Expo 2027, this unique city is not just offering a venue, but embodying a powerful vision. With the theme, One Health Expo 2027, Izmir sets out with principles that place holistic health at the center. Here, nature and humanity, past and future, local and global values unite. Expo 2027, Izmir presents a spatial manifestation of the harmony between contrasts and the richness of layered approaches. The design concept of Expo 2027 is inspired by the infinity symbol, reflecting the endless cycles of nature. Constructed with natural materials, the main gate is not just a physical entrance. It is a symbolic threshold reconnecting us with nature, knowledge, and ourselves. Once through the gate, visitors enter the event line, a dynamic spine that will host performances, encounters, and celebrations throughout the expo. The eco parking lot is more than a place for cars. With permeable infrastructure made from recycled seashells, it becomes a water retention area and a climate-sensitive urban solution. The exhibition area serves as a crossroads of art, knowledge, and awareness. The gastronomy garden revives the culinary legacy of the Aegean region. Aegean cuisine, herb-based dishes, and authentic local flavors, each one a fragment of cultural identity. Xeric, halophytic, aquatic, and fire-resilient landscapes offer educational models for climate adaptation and resilience. The International Square becomes a global stage where Izmir's ties with cities around the world take physical form. Surrounding this square, 8 international gardens will showcase diverse botanical traditions and native cultures from across the globe. The urban farm and greenhouses represent a new vision of climate-resilient, healthy urban food systems adapted to Izmir's context. Expo 2027 reimagines Izmir's connection to nature, to its people, and to time itself, with an environmentally sensitive vision of a better tomorrow. Expo 2027 is a one-of-a-kind meeting point where international producers come together with Izmir's own ornamental plant growers. The exhibition spaces will bring to life the rich plant diversity and cultural heritage of Izmir, alongside contributions from cities around the world, turning the entire area into a vibrant, living showcase.
That was the project we previously showed you before, but during the preparation for the construction phase, we made some minor changes. So today we will show you some of them. And as you may already remember, we applied for C category, and with the activities we have planned, we are expecting more than 100,000 of visitors. And our theme is One Health, and we believe every component in the environment needs to be healthy, and when they work together, that brings health to all. So, in addition, we also have several aims, like creating climate-resilient landscapes and using smart technology systems to observe the nature and turn the site into kind of living lab. So these are the other aims. And the main organizer of Expo would be Izmir Metropolitan Municipality, together with some key partners, especially municipal companies like İSVAŞ and İzmir Planning Agency, and we are collaborating with some national plant producers. So, as you may remember, İzmir is the third largest city in the country, and it has many direct international flights, so transportation is not a problem. And the area with the yellow border is actually quite big, 6,000 square meters, but we don't touch everywhere in the project. Instead, we are just focused on main corridor with some limited interventions. And this is the corridor I mentioned. And on the top, you can see the main entrance. We will keep all the structure here and use some temporary exhibition places here. And in the center, there is empty square. So we will create a landmark with international gardens just right here. And we are planning to invite 6 different countries at least. So that's the image. And the site is really important because it's located next to a protected wetland ecosystem. That means we can't build something permanent or very big. So for this reason, we are using very ecological approaches during the construction phase. So you can see the previous pictures of the sites, and on the top, the lagoon was much larger in previous years, and in the 2000s, during the metro constructions, a lot of big rocks were brought to the site, and it became of dumping site, and the municipality planted thousands of trees. But today, some trees have some problems, and I will explain this later. And there are really these are the common birds we see on the site. And we sent our project to relevant organizations, and we received some feedback, and they told us using water cap here is not feasible, so we removed this part, but the other transportation options are still the same, and the site is really well connected by urban transportation system, so whether you use the ferry, tram, or metro, you can easily access the site. So during the Expo event, we also provide a shuttle service that will pick up all the people from these public stations to the park. So we're not offering something new. And this is the main corridor and central square. And these are the gaps that I mentioned before. Now, on these white spots, there are no trees. Actually, there were many of them, but they died, mainly because of high level of salinity. And that's the plan. With some compact illustration, and we made some changes just right here. And there were many poplar trees on this part, but with the university experts, we did some scientific check on the site, and they told us you need to remove some trees to stop spreading. So we are offering this place as exhibitor gardens. So people can bring their own plants, or other firms can also come here and create exhibition gardens. So this is new in our project. And we also restricted commercial activities in the park. So it will only be in parking lots. So these places will be used for commercial stands. So this is also defined newly. And on the upper part, everything is same. So along the road, there will be many food truck or other kind of services to make the corridor to more attractive. So some trucks will be selling some food, drink, or souvenirs. And there are many thematic gardens that I will explain later. And all the gardens are related with the One Health team. So we inspire by this idea. So I don't want to dive into the details, but this is our timeline currently. And we officially started this project in May. And by the end of the year, last year, we organized some stakeholder workshops, and then we share all the details to public, and we invited many people to our workshop events. So currently we are in tendering process, so we sent everything to get the approval. In the June, we are aiming to start the construction phase. So that's our plan. It's completely same from the beginning. And here you can find the full details in a detail. So right now, as I mentioned, we are just here and completed the project phase. Right, we are dealing with invitation process, and we sent many invitations to sister and partner cities, but so far we only received 3 positive response that I will show you later. And last month we also published a general term of participation on our website, both in English and Turkish. And here you can see the key highlights more clearly. We are offering 2 different participation models. The first one is exhibition gardens. So it's completely free. So they don't need to pay for the rental. And even some small producers can come to the site and show their own plants. The other method is for commercial activities. So that will be one of the main incomes. And so there are different options like eco, standard, or showroom. And ISPASH currently preparing a documentation for this, and we will publish it on our website soon. So this is how we prepare the site. This is a parking lot that I mentioned before. And each sector has been grouped in different places. For example, plant producer, irrigation systems, playground producers. So they are in different places. So based on the demands, incoming demands, we can adjust the plan, but that's how we imagine so far. And these are the cities that reply to our invitations. And probably we need to find some new solutions to make this event more attractive to other cities, because we just sent the email, but many of them didn't reply. We are still waiting for their response. Maybe sharing on newsletters or other kind of strategies needs to be taught. So, so far, Chengdu and Wuhan from China and Mostar are interested cities. So we are sending them our conditions, and even we are accepting just a project. So they don't need to invest in construction. We are very flexible. So this is the one of the workshops we completed in October. We shared the project with the relevant part of municipality, and they gave us constructive feedback and some suggestions to improve the project. And 1 month later, we organized another workshop and shared the project with the academia, NGOs, and professional chambers and volunteers. And it started with the speech of mayor. And then on the next session, and there were several experts, and they delivered some speech on important topics like flora, fauna, horticultural producers, and so on. And after their presentations, and there were some thematic roundtable discussions, and everyone who volunteered and citizen experts joined the table and shared their ideas, and we received some constructive criticism on the project and some creative ideas. So all the ideas were recorded and published on our website, and these were the main topics of the tables. So as you may remember, we want to complete the project with its own funding. I mean, with the municipalities own funding without any external help. But at the same time, we have another project with European Union in the same region, and we want to improve the micromobility paths in the region. So there's another project, but very connected to each other. So there are some other workshops of this event, and we invited many citizens to these workshops, and they shared their ideas. And there are some short-term, mid-term, and long-term actions. And briefly, I can say we want to reduce the urban heat island effect with more greenery and safer intersections and better solutions. So these are some plans. And as I mentioned, we work with some experts from universities, and they came to the site for the trees, and we did some scientific checks, and all the trees were mapped and recorded in a report. And with their recommendations, we need to remove some trees, and because they became very vulnerable to insects. So for safety reasons, we need to remove a few of them. So after the expo, we want to keep all the thematic gardens that we will create, because they are designed to handle the climate. So all the gardens will be permanent, but some temporary structures will be removed. And that's the competition we thought. And the main competition will be the best garden design. So everyone will join this part automatically. So if they just create the garden, and is part of that. And in addition to this competition, there are two other options: the best picture of the site and student landscape design challenge. These are the other competitions. Currently, we are preparing requirements for these. In the June, I guess, we will publish the regulations for the competitions. Now we are working on this. And actually, this is still the same. There's the funding sources. The challenge here, the entrance fee has not been decided yet, so it could be free or not. So we are still discussing with the mayor and other relevant part of the municipality. But our own hiring the commercial stands probably will be the main income. But here our idea is not to cover all the expenses, because we are a municipality and we want to improve the park, so it doesn't need to cover all the expenses. So that's what we thought. So anyway, we will invest this region to make it much better. So we don't care about the income and outcome balance here. And that's the image from the site entrance. And when we talk with the AIPH, they have some concerns, because when we told we will only use native plants, they told us it could be boring. Yeah, they're right, but currently there are more than 50 species on the site. So actually it's a very high number of types. But on the dark blue places, some trees are declining because of some problems that I mentioned. So our strategy here, identify in two different sections. The first part is to provide ecological restoration for the coastal part. So on the coastal part, we are just using native plants, especially near the wetland ecosystem. But in the inner sections, we are creating colorful gardens without any restrictions. But for the trees, yeah, we have some restrictions. But for the color gardens, we are offering more than 50,000 new plants to the site. And they were identified and sent the tendering part in the municipality. So that's the planting matrix we prepare. All the plants need to be protector, healer, or survivors in the region, in the place. So there's two different approaches together. And these plants are native to our own ecosystem. And on the coastal part, we are just using these trees. And instead of the populous trees, we are using these new trees. here. And for each part, all plans are identified, so you can see many of them. And in summary, in addition to coastal restoration, we are creating colorful gardens in different zones. So 63 new species, more than 50,000 new plants. That's the summary of our project. And all the files were sent 2 months ago. Now we are waiting response from the ministry to get the construction. So in the coming days, probably we will be starting. So currently we are repairing the infrastructure, some damaged building, and yeah, within a few weeks probably we will go further, and we are really excited for the next step. So that's all. Thank you.